RJ, you started this game with 10 points in that first quarter. Can you describe the mindset and how you were able to work your way through an unbelievably tough defense?
Just coming out with energy, working the past couple days, staying strong, be true to your character, and we got it done today.
I want to tell you something really cool. No team in the NBA has been able to hold an opposing team under 80 all season or in the playoffs until tonight. How did you keep this Cavaliers team out of rhythm offensively all night long?
We just stuck to the game plan. We were able to do it well, and then also, just the fans being loud. I think it kind of did something.
I want to talk about your bench. They outscored this Cavs bench 39-14 without Quentin Grimes in the second half. How big were those role players?
Man, it was huge. Everybody that came off the bench, they brought something to the team, and thankfully we were able to get a win.
You mentioned the crowd tonight, RJ. What was it like being back here playing in the playoffs at this Garden?
I knew it was going to be a lot of fun. Love playing at the Garden. Fans are great, so we'll be back here Sunday.
RJ.
Thank you.
Kenny.
Thanks, Rebecca. One of many stars for the Knicks tonight, RJ Barrett. Yep.
So what's it like playing in New York as a Knick in the playoffs at home?
It's special. I think everyone felt the energy. The atmosphere was amazing. And it was just, it's hard to put into words, man. That's something that you dream of as a little kid. So we need him again on Sunday. And, it's going to be rocking.
Josh, why was the defense so good tonight?
I think we were just trying to be physical. I think we had a good focus level, a good attention to detail, to doing what they were doing, and communicating. I think that was the big thing. And then we ended possession with rebounds. So I think that was the biggest thing. And sorry, man. But I think that's kind of why that defense was to the level it was today.
So, Josh, you get the word that you're going to be going in for Quentin at the start of the second half. Anything in your mentality change when you're starting the half as opposed to coming after a few minutes on the bench?
No. My biggest thing was don't do any stupid fouls because I had 3. I think that was my biggest thing. But, I started almost 55 games this season, so it's not anything new. I'm locked in on whatever role it is, and if I need to do that, I'm cool. If I need to come off the bench, cool.
Jalen, just from the start, it seemed the defense today was a different level than it's maybe been. I don't think anybody's held anyone under 80 all year. Just kind of what you saw from the team tonight.
Yeah, no, we were locked in, and just a credit to our coaching staff getting us ready, and everyone just locking in our game plan and executing, and everyone on the same page, and just happy came with a win.
Jalen, a Friday night, playoff night inside Madison Square Garden, inside this building. How would you reflect on the way that this New York crowd made an impact?
Yeah, they were electric, and they were You're a child, dog. Being in this environment, and there is no replica. There's nothing that comes close to it, and I'm just happy to be a part of it.
Jalen, talk about the crowd. They went wild when you made that steal and went for the dunk. It kind of capped a 10-2 run, and you almost feel like a
layup,
a momentum switch or something. I mean, did you feel that? And can you talk about that play?
Yeah. Don't expect too many more dunks, or power layup, whatever you want to call it. But they're always like that, no matter what this play is or anything. Whenever you're out there giving it your all, and they appreciate that. So it's a credit to the team and how we played and how hard we played out there, and we just got to continue to do that.
That's good.
Jalen, it seemed like you got a little more loose in the second half. What was a shift in your approach defensively to be able to, or offensively rather, to be able to get loose in the second half?
Yeah, just letting the game come to me. You know, I gotta trust my teammates, and they have the utmost confidence in me, and I have the utmost confidence in them. It's just we're all on the same page, we're all clicking, and then I found ways to get the ball in the basket, and just kept the same mentality.
You guys had talked about getting help behind you and Julius and RJ today. Seemed to give you guys a real lift early. Just kind of what you saw from him.
Yeah, he played incredible. It's a part of the game when the ball's not going in the hoop, and RJ's that type of person that always bounces back, and you can never tell with his demeanor whether he's too up or too high or too low, and he just always has that mindset that he's going to come back the next day and be better.
Isaiah, no team in the NBA this season has been able to hold an opponent under 80 points in the regular season or the postseason until tonight. After how effective Cleveland was in Game 2, what was so effective about the defensive game plan tonight?
I thought we just came out more physical, more ready. I think we played harder than the last game. I think our guards did a great job keeping those guys in front of them. And when Mitch was in, I thought he did a great job protecting the rim. And I think we had, I don't know how many steals, but I think that helped a lot too, just to get us out running. And yeah.
When you have a game like this where going into that third quarter, you know that Grimes is going to be questionable, how much pride does the bench take in the ability to step up the way that you guys did? Once again, it's like similar to Game 1 where you guys outscored Cleveland's bench 39-14.
I mean, I think we take a lot of pride in it. I mean, I think all year, I think that's been a thing. If maybe the starters weren't playing that good, I think the bench was there, but it's also vice versa. I think we can trust each other, and I think that's what makes us special.
For you, it's your first playoff game here at the Garden. Can you describe what it's like to play for this crowd when they're this crazy?
It was special. I mean, I think you just felt the energy, and that just gave us a lot of energy, and it was special. Yeah.
Was there any point where you kind of looked up at the scoreboard and were like, wow, they only have this much amount of points? Or?
Oh, yeah. Me and Obi were on the bench. We looked up. I think it was like second quarter. It was like 34-20 something. I think. So we're like, yeah, playing a lot of defense. And so, yeah.
How much of that was your guys' defense? How much of it was them just not making the shots that they normally make?
I mean, I think it was a little of both. I mean, I think they had some shots that they just missed, but I think a lot had to do with just us coming out more physical.
Julius, you guys talked about bouncing back from Game 2. Nobody's held anybody under 80 points in the league all year long. Just to do what you guys did defensively, the effort all game long, just kind of what you saw out there and what you guys did.
Yeah, it was good. You know, we were locked in on that end on what we needed to do. I feel like we played them well all series on the defensive end. Only thing that hurts us is our turnovers. We had a lot of turnovers that second quarter of the last game, so we cleaned that up and was able to get stops and execute on the offensive end.
Julius, what was it like playing in front of this crowd tonight? They seemed like they were, right from the jump, they were behind you guys.
Yeah, it was what I expected for sure. A lot of energy, a lot of energy, and we were able to feed off of it. So I loved it.
I think we saw one of these earlier this year, but Jalen steal and dunk, kind of just what you see. Is that a pretty good sign of what's going on out there?
Yeah, he must have been feeling good. I don't know how many dunks he got on the year, but got to be single digits, right?